Hey everyone, it's Ten Types, and today I'm super excited to be playing another deck for Pitch Black. Again, this set is so hype, it's so sick. Speaking of hype and sick and all that stuff, I'm playing Control, yeah. I'm playing Control for the first time in quite a while, to be honest. I might have tried a little bit of Dunsparce Control. Tell me in the comment section if you've played that, and if you're still playing it as well. I haven't played it, again, essentially at all, maybe a tiny bit. And I played Pidgeot Control some, and I played some decks kind of similar to that, and that was fun. It could be annoying at times, but it could be interesting and had really interesting decision making. I will say, Chandelure Control, well, Chandelure, I'm not sure exactly how control-y it's supposed to be. There's the new Chandelure, the Mega Chandelure EX, and then the older one from, what set is this from? Twilight Masquerade. Both these cards are kind of terrible, I'm not going to lie. They're kind of fun, but they are kind of bad. So it's specifically attacking with them. So then you're leaning into this more control style where you're trying to deck your opponent out, playing Chandelure to kind of build them, and then the other one to trap them. But regardless, what these cards do is we have the new Mega Chandelure EX. This one is a Stage 2 Mega with 350 HP, which is actually low for a Stage 2 Mega, but in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty high. And then for 2 Psychic, you do 130, 50 more for each colorless, and your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost, which, by the way, if they play like Latias EX, then they have no retreat cost. Well, if it's a basic, which presumably it is. So if you go to increase it, it's 0. It is none. So that is unfortunate. But then your ability Binding Flame increases your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost by 1 colorless. So this will stack as well. And I will say, I took a list I found online and then looked at a few other lists, made some changes, played with it a little bit, and we'll see how the list is feeling. But I did want to mention that. And then the single prize Chandelure here has the attack Mind Ruler for 1 fire, doing 30 for each card in your opponent's hand, kind of like Alakazam, but not the same there, a bit reversed. And then you have the ability of Luring Light, letting you have each player draw a card each turn. This forces your opponent to draw a card, right? So theoretically, the idea is you can force them to draw their entire deck and then lose. Of course, you're also drawing those cards. We also have Comfey to have each player draw 3 cards for 1 Psychic, potentially to end out the game. You have Cubchoo for 1 water, stopping the defending Pokemon from attacking at all. This card's honestly, not bad. This card is a card I don't see used too much. I see it occasionally used in Control, but not too much. I feel like I see a lot of other cards used in Control more than it. And it's decent. We have Elgyem for 1 Psychic, moving energy from their opponent's active to one of their bench Pokemon. This might have not been in the original list, and I think it's super good. A lot of lists of Chandelure are running this. When I say a lot, it's been played some in Japan. Not as much as obviously some other top decks, though. And then we also run this Lampent here, which is new from Pitch Black. Also, the Litwick is also Psychic, which is important for Telepathic Psychic Energy. But then Lampent here, for 1 Psychic, you search for 3 Lampents and put them onto your bench. So you can get theoretically as much as 6 Chandelure or Mega Chandelures in play there. I also run Maractus to trap, doing 20 for 1 colorless and stopping the defending Pokemon from retreating. Maybe I should also play was it Ethan Sudowoodo? That could be good. Might be better than Maractus. Maractus is colorless. Ethan Sudowoodo would be a fighting there. There's also Stunfisk EX, though I think I'd prefer Ethan Sudowoodo. I increased the Prism Energy count to 4 here, or it's at 3. It should probably be at 4 though. I'm thinking this through. I'm not sure. But regardless, Prism Energy is the only way to attack with Cubchoo. It would be the only way to attack with Ethan Sudowoodo. And then we have, the reason why Ethan Sudowoodo is better, if you didn't know, is because it hits resistance on Latias EX as well as something else, I think. I don't know, the main one's Latias, though. And then we have Budew here to, item block. And then I also do run 3 Xerosic Machinations. If you know me, I don't really like this card, but it is important-ish in this deck. Definitely a card I want in the deck, at least as a 2 of. I might cut it down to a 2 of, but your opponent discards cards from the hand until they have 3 in hand. Specifically, it stops them from playing Lillie's Determination or something like that, but probably Lillie's. It could be Judge as well, to shuffle their hand back into their deck when they have a big hand, so that's important. We also do run 1 Lillie's. The original list I saw didn't play any. I think it's important. I definitely feel like there are some cuts I want to make. I increased the Chandelure line, but another Prism could be good. Another Lillie's could certainly be good. It's just a good card. And more Pokemon Search. I don't know how this deck is, how good it is. It's certainly not very good. I'm sure of that. So I hope I'm going to play probably 2 games is my guess, because the games are probably going to go long. And I hope I'm at least pretty in one. I played 2 games before this. One was pretty rough. One I was kind of in, but I'll choose to go first here. We want to probably go first. Turn 2 attack with Lampent to set up our board. Could be nice. I'm generally not as big of a fan of these attacks as some other people. Also, we do have a hit a Prism, which I did increase the line of, so maybe I'm getting punished for that already. I don't know. Opponent Mulligans, though, they're running Mega Lucario. They could try and knock out a Litwick, but I could Poffin, so it should be fine. They can knock it out with Zoroark. It does hit resistance. Well, like, theoretically, Zoroark is resisted by Litwick, but it actually hits through resistance, so they can still do that without Premium Power Pro. Bench 2 Pokemon. This is an example of where you probably don't want to overbench against me. Also hit Hilda, which is good. And unfortunately do start the Zoroark. That's not great for us. We see Elgyem, which I don't mind. I'll Poffin for Litwick. I can honestly go for double Litwick. We didn't present any Lampents, which is nice. I think I just kind of want to get this set up as much as possible. And I can heal the next turn for a Chandelure or a Mega. Not sure which one's better. We can also attack and knock them out using Mega Chandelure EX. I have no idea how good of an attacker it is. I mean, I kind of know. It's not great. There's 2 energy on a Mega, but I'll get 2 Litwicks here. Budew's mediocre. Probably not what I want to be using. Technically, Elgyem could be okay. I don't think I want to use it here, though. I probably will wait. But I could actually attach the Prism now. I changed my mind. I'm going to attach Prism to Elgyem. We'll just kind of see what happens here. Not sure if that's right, but I'll go with it. It's fine. Maybe, hopefully. So the situation's okay. Hilda, I guess Basic Psychic. Oh, they're going to Crushing Hammer. Wait, Hammers and Mega Lucario. Crushing Hammer, again, I've said this before. It's probably my least favorite card design in Standard. It's annoying to play against. There are various cards that are somewhat annoying to play against, but I personally find it the most annoying. Maybe, obviously, that's subjective. Then it's not very fun to play with either. But some people like. Tell me if you enjoy playing with Crushing Hammers. Certainly, it can be, like, not whether it's good, but whether you find it, like, fun. Because it is a game. It is supposed to be fun. And I don't mind getting rid of energies. I don't mind, like, the new supporter. Team Rust Syndicate Grunt. That cannot be right. Rust Syndicate Grunt? I don't know. I'm not even sure the actual name, and I got the translated name wrong as well. But regardless, I don't mind that card. I actually like the design a bunch. But anyways, my opponent's just going to Cosmic Beam, knocking me out. Wait, did they not Lunar Cycle there? They did not. That's interesting. And they got the fighting, so I'm surprised that they did that. But in some ways, that is a safer play. Maybe seeing the Elgyem, that's why they're going to go down that route. We can Lampent here, which I will do. We top deck Telepathic, so we could Xerosic here technically. I don't really like that though. I'm just gonna Hilda for a Chandelure. The single prizer, I think. Or no, I'll get the. What do I want to do? I think I want to go for the single prizer first, and then use that to just draw me cards. And I'll get a Prism Energy as well, because they've been knocking off or trying to knock off some of my energies. I would not be shocked if they go for that again. I will attach the what is it? The Telepathic, though I will not get anything here. Yeah, I could get a Litwick. Could actually have the like full board. I could get Comfey as well. Comfey is pretty bad. Litwick's okay. I could technically get Litwick, then like bench or evolve into the one Lampent. That's pretty bad, I think. So, anyways, I'm just going to Lampent here, get 3 more. This attack we've seen a few times in the Pokemon TCG, and it's okay. Well, it can be really good. It is a little slow though. But again, it is really nice, especially if you want a bunch of these in play, which we do. So I'm excited to be playing with this. I know there are some people who just love this style of attack. I'm not. I don't love it. We saw it on like a Curlia, which was pretty solid. We saw it on Frogadier, which was quite good. And that's because they had good final evolutions. But it is nice for flooding your board and it is fun, though again, it is slow. So we'll see, we're kind of giving up a turn here to do it. We'll see if we get knocked out. I guess it's possible we don't, technically. They're going to probably, Mega Lucario here. So that will actually knock us out, even with the resistance. It will accelerate as well, which is probably okay, but a little scary. We could set up Elgyem to move energies off. I'm not sure what we want to be trapping. Nah, who am I kidding? We want to trap Lunatone. That definitely is a Pokemon we want to be trapping. They're gonna Fighting Gong, maybe. They'll get something else we can trap. Well, not that. I guess they're gonna Lunar Cycle here, right? They didn't do it last turn. Okay. That's scary. They're gonna Cypher Maniacs now, so they get 2 cards that they want. I'm not sure what those cards are. Obviously, I won't know either. It's not revealed. And my guess is maybe, what I don't want them to get is Switch. If they have Switch, There's nothing they can really do about it. If they have Air Balloon, that's a little different. Reducing tree cost by 2. We can increase it. So we can get stuff stuck even if it has Air Balloon, but it is going to be obviously a bit harder there. And I do think I set up Elgyem here. I can attack with Elgyem twice potentially. going for a knockout with Mega Lucario, realistically, just it's not going to happen. I mean, it's possible if we knock out with a Mega Chandelure, but I mean, we don't have Energy Acceleration. And okay, they bench Fez. That's a nice Pokemon to go after as well. And Okidogi. Wow. So I guess they're going to accelerate to Okidogi, but I could try to trap it. It is the worst Pokemon to try a trap of the. Like compared to the Fezzifu, which costs 3, and the Lunatone, which does less damage. They're going to accelerate actually a bunch there. So potentially they could overcome energies. That's the only way we can be in a good spot here. I think Okidogi, they realistically need a Darkness. I don't exactly know what they're running there with that idea, but I'm interested in seeing how that's going to go for them. We have Chandelure. This is a 2-retreat Pokemon as well, which kind of sucks. We hit Prism. And I will Poké Pad for another single price Chandelure. This position just doesn't feel amazing. I could get some stuff back. Maybe I should have gotten the basic Psychic earlier, actually, because of Lana's aid. But anyways, we see another Poké Pad, so I suppose while I'm here, do I just get another Chandelure? Yeah, my opponent's not minding this too much, are they? They're just getting tons of cards, so I could Slight Shift. I mean, we'll see what we hit off of Alluring Light. I probably will end up using Slight Shift. We get a Mega Chandelure there, which is fine. I will Lana's aid. I think I'll just wait to Xerosic. They theoretically could like lose on their turn, but my guess is they won't do that. Got Litwick here, which I will. Okay, Lampent also only has 1 retreat, so that's nice. Patch Prism here. Oh, I just realized I have extra Lampents as well, which is kind of funny. And then I will Slight Shift to their Zoroark probably, or Okidogi. Between those two, I'll send it to the Zoroark. Obviously not doing too much. That's all that impressive here right now. Also, I just realized they could be running the special fighting energy. That could cause some problems for us as well, stopping some of the attacks we might want to be wanting to use there. They're going to Fighting Gong for obviously a fighting there, and just get into play. They could, okay, they could Lunar Cycle. I was kind of hoping they would. The best play here is for them just not to go push too much. They also did search 2 cards last turn. They could have searched like Boss. The Lillie's here. I mean, they're still going to end up with a good chunk of cards. My hopes they obviously end up with a bunch, and I can Xerosic. They play Gravity Mountain. Theoretically, that could be a problem, though I don't think it's actually going to change the math really at all, so I'm not overly concerned about it. But they just knock out the Elgyem, unsurprisingly, there. And we have Litwick here with an energy. They can't even be used to attack with an evolution, but I will send it up as a, quote, pivot or something. And I'll just Chandelure a bunch as well. We hit Lillie, so we could use that to draw. I'm trying to think. We need to Gust something really soon. I think that's just the next goal. So I think Lillie's just unfortunately doesn't really work. Also, as you can see here, Chandelure's okay. Well, we hit the Gust, but Chandelure's a pretty terrible engine, which is not surprising, but it's pretty terrible. So I'll Chandelure for the 3rd time using 3 stage 2s. We draw 3 cards, and our opponent also draws 3 cards. It's pretty bad. I do have this here, this Mega Chandelure, and I don't even have the energy for it, which isn't the end of the world, but could be an issue. Maybe, I don't know. I could go after the Lunatone. I don't hate that. And I'll play the Litwick. I'm not going to play the 3rd Prism. That just feels bad, so I'll just Boss the Lunatone, and I'm not going to hit into it. Hitting into it is probably not good, because then theoretically we can knock him out faster, and we don't want to knock him out. So anyways, I will just pass here, and hopefully they can't get out of the active. Again, not sure what they're running for switch. What do they probably run, what, like normally 1 switch, which they very well could have searched. We could also run Airy in this stack. Not sure if that's particularly good. They don't have 25 cards in deck. They do just attach a fighting active, which is okay. If they attach 2, they can 1 retreat currently, and 2, they can also start attacking, and they are going to they're going to 3-shot me with resistance, but they could probably premium power pro to get that down to a 2-shot. Certainly they could get it to a 1-shot as well. Will they? My guess is they'd probably 2-shot me, but there's not even that much I could do. The deck, one of the lists, like some of them played Handheld Fan. I decided to cut it because I feel like you're just going to get 1-shot a lot, and it's not super strong, but you can also see that there's a lot of thinking here. Neither of us are really playing super slowly. I mean, I don't think either of us are playing super quickly either, but we're playing at like a fine speed, and there's a lot of thinking to be had here, kind of. There's a bunch of nonsense as well, but there's all Alluring Light. Oh, okay, wow, this is, I would not mind a candy, and we get just that, which is nice. I'll, I guess, use 3, hit them with Xerosic there to trim their hand a little. Speaking of, we also don't play Literal Hand Trimmer. That could be a card we could include, though. A little candy on the bench, I suppose. What do I have in the discard? Okay, so all candy on the bench. Telepathic on the bench as well. And wait, I don't have what on earth is these involvement? That's from a Litwick, this is from a Lampent, that's from a Lampent, that's from a Lampent, and that's from a Litwick Lampent. So we could just candy this one. That's the only last thing we could do there. We got like the Avengers assembled. Well, not very good Avengers, but we got something assembled. I guess also Xerosic here. I could even wait a little. And like Lilies, I guess would be the option. I'll just, or even Hilda, I don't know. I'll just Xerosic. I probably should have actually waited to Candy because now they have more information, so that missequencing could end up hurting me. Realistically, it probably shouldn't hurt me, but you never know. So we'll see what happens here. Also, I am loving the when the fourth Litwick, I like saw this list online or some list like this, and I was like, why are people only running 3 Litwicks? People were like, yeah, you attack with Lampent, which I did. But I also like the 4 Litwicks. Like I feel like the 4 Litwicks are nice. And then also the increased Chandelure accounts and just like all the extra stuff. They get rid of like nothing, honestly, right? This is why like Xerosic generally isn't that good. Pretty much all the cards they got rid of don't really matter. So it's not terrible though. This isn't just another bashing on Xerosics, but yeah, I will pass again as well. So now they have a 3 retreat cost, but again, they can start swinging into me. Well, I guess they got rid of the 2 Premium Power Pros, so they probably can't knock me out. I mean, it's not like the card did literally nothing, but this is also like the best case scenario of the card. And again, it will stop like Lillie stuff. Like they get a Darkness on the Okidogi. I guess that makes sense as to how they're doing it. I'm getting Xerosic. Okay, I guess I don't mind that. Okay, again, Xerosic isn't like a terrible card in this stack. But against this, I mean, actually against this deck, it's okay. But like, wait, why did they keep it? Like, they had cards that did stuff. Why did they? What? Okay, I have no idea what they're doing, and I don't think they do either. I think I need the Lilies, though. Getting rid of Hilda might be okay. I can get rid of... This is a little awkward. Not 100% sure what I want to get rid of. Nothing I'm stoked to get rid of. Actually, the Shaymin I am. I'll just go down this route. Realistically, I don't need the... I don't know. I don't know if I did that right, but I mean, you know, sure, Xerosic did something to me there, but you know what would also have done something? Wait, they also missequenced there. They should have gotten rid of the energy first. Or should they have? It actually gives me more information. I actually don't know on that one. But regardless, you know what would have been better than Xerosic? Like any other supporter, right? So, okay, so how much are they doing with that Okidogi? Wait, why is that on the Okidogi and not the Mega Lucario? I don't know. I don't know anymore. But anyways, they also didn't attach active, I just realized, so that's really nice for us as well. I do have Stretcher. I was going to say I could Lilies, but I don't want to deck myself. That'd be pretty, I would say bad, which it would be bad. It would be pretty embarrassing as well if I deck myself out. So Lilies can stop that. And we'll draw our 3rd card. These cards are terrible. Boss is not terrible, but I'm not going to use it now. I am going to wait here. Funnily enough, I drew like almost nothing off of that. There's 3 Chandelures and the top deck. Like, once you have this like full board, drawing Pokemon's not going to do much. They do hit a boss. Luckily, I have Air Balloon. I do think Air Balloon's like super good. I've been playing more stuff which plays Switch, and I've been playing more Air Balloon instead of Switch. Switch can be good in some situations, as well as like switching supporters, but they're not great. I think Air Balloon's generally a lot better in almost every deck like this. Funnily enough, against this deck, Switch is actually not as good. Or sorry, is good. Air Balloon's not as good. Also, we hit Dawn. I think I'll just... Wait, I don't even like mind this really being in the active necessarily, though I don't love it. I'm trying to think. Probably putting Loki in the active's a little better. At some point, going for a one-shot on the Mega Lucario is nice. How good is it, though? I mean, it's pretty solid. I think I almost want 3 Psychics on board at that point, though. So I think I'll just pass. I'm swinging for pretty much nothing with a Lunatone anyways, so... I think I'm fine to pass here. Maybe I should not have gotten rid of that Hilda as well because it searches for an energy. What am I down, actually? What, a Prism? Yeah, and a Telepathic. So passing here is fine. I've committed all my Lampents to the board, which is fine. I mean, it would be kind of cool if I could get one, but it's okay as well. I could have Dawned there, actually. Now that I think about it, that probably would have been a little better. They're going to Premium Power Pro. Seems kind of weird. They're going to play 2, which I believe is all they have. What? They had more. I thought they got rid of 2 earlier. I mean, I guess they didn't get rid of 2 earlier because then they'd be, I was say cheating, right? I mean, live glitching anyways. Oh, that's their Xerosic. They got rid of 1. And then, then like the Special Energy, I guess is what I was thinking of. Regardless, they can't like retreat here. I mean, well, they could if they like Air Balloon, but can they one-shot me? I'm sure they can one-shot me with Lucario, right? 270, 29. Yeah, they'd actually just get there, which is really funny because resistance with a 3 premium power pose they get there. But they're just gonna power gem for 110, which is like actually, I mean, it's okay, but it's not great by any means. Now I think I am going to retreat. We do get Xerosic, which is fine. We just need to Alluring Light. We're actually very close to winning this one. Oh, I just realized if they knock out the Mega Chandelure, they win. I was thinking it was a 2-prizer. It is a 3-prizer as well. It's pretty bad. Anyways, I will Chandelure again. Probably Gust. The Fez seems fine. Funnily enough, I can't Comfey because well, I don't have any bench space, so that's a little unfortunate. And I also can't get the other Chandelure because it's like chilling somewhere in the deck. Or not the Chandelure. The Chandelure is chilling somewhere in the deck, but also the I was gonna say I should Xerosic here. The candy is chilling somewhere in the deck. I'm pretty sure we run 3. I increased it from 2 to 3, so I assume it didn't prize both, though it is possible. Also, this list could run Exchange Ticket. I just don't like playing Exchange Ticket. I don't like prize checking too much. I don't want to have to prize check twice in the game. So yeah, doesn't sound as fun. But anyways, we are going to Xerosic here, which is a pain for them here, putting him down to 7 cards in deck. They can't Lilies to stop himself from decking out at this point. I mean, they technically could if they like Lana's aided as well. But anyways, I think I prime catch up the Fez now. I think maybe stuff I did with the energy count wasn't right. I don't know. But let's bring the Fez up. Let's send the Litwick up here yet again. I guess I could swing for 20. That's probably not good. And just pass here, I think. That seems fine enough. Maybe I should have actually attached a fire to the Mega Chandelure. I wouldn't have despised that. I do have Boss, and I'm really scared. If they obviously knock us out, then they just win. I, again, assume they have the knockout with the Mega Lucario. I don't know. They could have a switch. They actually don't have an energy there. They could be like low. Oh no, they have the switch. Wait, does the Okie Dokie knock it out? Surely not. I didn't calculate it. I think it... Does it? Yeah, no, it doesn't. They're short. Wow. Okay, we have it. Let's go. We get there. Again, I didn't calculate it there. That like doesn't it again probably doesn't seem like the right spot that they put the max spell on. I feel like it probably would have been better on the Lucario. Though they wouldn't have needed it either. Obviously, them not having the energy like kind of cost them the game. But anyways, they don't have any cards, so we can just pass here. We get there. I can't believe we decked them out. That was so close. I didn't play super well. My opponent definitely played kind of sketchy as well. I'm not going to lie, but regardless, that was honestly really fun. Like this is Control being fun. Well, kind of fun. Let's play one more. That was obviously long as well. The games are going to be long with Control. Control not for everyone. Maybe it's not really for anyone, to be honest. But we do get the win, and live ranks me up. How exciting, I guess. But let's see what we're up against this game. Obviously, theoretically, Mega Lucario, a good matchup in terms of attacking, but I don't think we would have necessarily gotten there if we were attacking. Maybe if we really into it, ran a Wondrous Patch. But they could have theoretically one-shotted us. That seemed, honestly, relatively doable for them based on how things went in that game, because they played like the 4 Premium Power Pros, and they played the Max Belt and the Stadium. But I will choose to go first again. We got the crazy lineup of Chandelures. Didn't attack with anything else, though I think attacking with other stuff is kind of nice in some situations. So obviously it kind of depends as well. But we have Maractus and Litwick. We are going first. I'll start the Litwick. That's probably fine. I have Telepathic as well, and I have Hilda. So overall, a pretty solid situation. My opponent is running, looks like a blinged out Zoroark. There you go, not Zoroark. Zoroark list, I'm pretty sure. Looking at Cyrano, obviously Darkness Energy there and Transformation Tome. I assume that's what it is. They already benched a Pokemon. Again, you shouldn't do that. Or no, I was the one who mulliganed. That is kind of sketchy. Hopefully we can trap something. I'm trying to think, but they run Packeron and the Stadium. Well, this is going to be a little sketchy. Also, we can't attack with Mega Chandelure because we're just going to get like super nuked. So I'll get Litwick. I could go for Elgyem as well for disruption. Elgyem seems fine. I could go for Cubchoo as well. They're both disruption. I think Elgyem's going to be a little better, but I don't love it. We could go for Shaymin at some point. I think I'll get Litwick. Elgyem, honestly. We'll try this and just I just realized I didn't like check prizes well. Maybe that I should have done that one, but I'm sure it'll be fine, right? Like surely it's all good. But anyways, they attach a darkness active, and they Poké Pad. They get Budew. That's fine. Doesn't really do anything there too. I mean, it does like something to us, but it's not that bad. I suppose we can't like Candy Chandelure if we like top decked Candy, but it's fine. And oh, we also have a Chandelure. I didn't even realize we had a Chandelure in hand either. Let's see, they are just going to Itchy Pollen. They didn't even play anything off that Lilies. That's kind of crazy, to be honest. We get Poffin. Okay, well, let's say we're not using that, but we do a Hilda, so that's fine. I'll get, oh, not Chandelure. I'll get Lampent, and I'll take Basic Psychic, I guess. We'll try that out. Doesn't really matter too much, I don't think. And I'll probably put it on Elgyem as well. We do a Maractus. Also, Maractus trapping Budew is like super bad because they're just going to go ahead and okay, we prize one Lampent as well. That's good to know. Should have checked that earlier, I guess. But anyways, the Maractus against Budew, we can trap it one turn and that's it. One of my opponents is actually before this healing off their Budew with Monkey Door. I didn't end up actually losing that game, but that does allow you to trap it more. By the way, if you're like against this deck, don't Monkey Door off your Budew unless you like have a really good reason to do so. When I say really good, I mean like really good, because if we just get knocked out, we can start playing the game. Also, Lumio City, that's an interesting card. I have not played with that, I don't think. I haven't really seen people play with it, but it is really cool. Also, they are powering up their Zoroark. I'm unsurprisingly a little scared. Now I'm a bit more scared with the Darumaka, which you do see pretty commonly. I'm less scared now. I was wondering, are they going to discard the Darumaka? I don't know why they did that. Definitely feel like Snipe is good. Also, Rugged Helmet. That's kind of scary. It's not like horribly scary, but I mean, at least we can't Cubchoo there. Or like Maractus, though we weren't really going to Maractus. If they get another one down, I mean, I think the strat, I was going to say Trap Zekrom, but it's not great. I guess it's Elgyem. I don't play other Energy Disruption either, so not super sure of the route to go down, though I mean, it has to be going to try to deck him out, right? How well will that work? Let's be honest, it's probably not going to work well at all, but I think it's the best shot we got, and I guess the Zekrom's getting some energies. No, the Budew is getting some energies, but let's Chandelure here. We can draw ourselves one card. We can draw ourselves one more card. This is so much work to draw us a couple of cards and also draw our opponent some cards. This is so bad. We get Boss, which is fine. I guess I do I Boss the Zekrom? I don't know. They surely have the energy. I could get back like Litwick Lampent. Oh, yeah, sorry. And that's it. I thought there was 3 Pokemon. No, there's 2. I just can't read. I could Poffin if the other Litwick as well. I could, like, Poffin, Litwick. I don't know. I'm going to see what we have. We have Budew. Oh, I have 2 Litwicks. I could go double Litwick. That's not very good. I could go Litwick Comfey as well. I don't actually hate that, to be honest. It's not, like, that good, but drawing them cards could technically be a like route for me here. I'll attach. I mean, I could try to knock him out as well. How much was something for it? 240. We're actually really close to knocking him out as well. Maybe I just go for that. Though obviously we're not quite there just yet. I'll attach Fire to Chandelure. We'll see what happens. And Lana's 8. I could Boss to try to buy a turn as well. And like take a bunch of 1 prize knockouts. Or sorry, 2 prize knockouts with my 1 prizer, I should say. I think I want to save the Lana's 8 actually as well. So I'll just Boss the Zekrom. I can even Boss Zekrom, knock it out. Now, I'm like so obviously not sure here. Likelihood that we get Zekrom stuck feels pretty much impossible. So I'll just Slight Shift. I mean, this feels pretty mediocre at this point, unfortunately. We're going to fall back down 2 prizes. And that's a little scary, though we can win. We can even, I believe, win if we fall behind 3. If they keep trading as well, that's going to be good for us because they're going to just draw more cards and then theoretically get closer to decking out and also get closer to, I'm just having more cards in hand, right? So we can knock them out with Mega Chandelure, which I think is going to happen here. Or sorry, not Mega Chandelure, single price Chandelure. Mega Chandelure is really bad here. So we'll probably attack with that soon. Again, don't remember exactly what we got in deck here. They're going to Night Joker for Shred there. Obviously don't want to Rampaging Thunder. Not surprisingly, they had the energy really easily. Something like Crushing Hammer, even the new supporter, Syndicate Grunt could be good here. But I mean, they have so many cards in hand, so we could just send up Chandelure, and I don't really hate this, to be honest. In fact, I really kind of like it. Then we get a Mega Chandelure. Probably don't want to be using that one though. We'll Allure and Light. Again, just keep drawing cards. I could Xerosic. That's pretty bad there because we actually want to get the knockout with Mind Ruler. We see Stretcher. I think I just Lana's Aid here for probably the Pokemon, or sorry, like the Lampent line and then the Psychic, maybe. I'll try that. Not sure if that's right. I don't even, maybe I shouldn't even play that Litwick. Not sure. I probably don't need it. And we'll attach Fire and just swing for the knockout for 390 damage. That's so much damage. And then we take, what is it, 40 here? I think it's 40. It's not 60, right? Yeah, we take 40 in response. Theoretically, now we are at 90, which could be an issue for Darmanitan. I'm not actually really worried about that, though. So we take 2 prizes here. We get another Xerosic. Again, Xerosic is like not really something we can use, which is fine because we want them to have a big hand so we can do lots of damage. And also, we're like swinging for an absurd amount of damage. I also don't know really why they got rid of the Darumaka. Like, I mean, you know, it's not necessarily a card they 100% need, but also it feels like probably top at least 20 Shirley cards for them in this matchup, right? Or something like that. Actually, that list is like impossible to rank as well. Also, they're gussing the Comfey. That's weird. Not sure why they're doing it. Are they gussing it to trap it? I don't know. Anyways, I have the boss and the what is it? The Air Balloon or Energy as well in hand. We do run 4 bosses as well. Yeah, they're just gonna Itchy Pollen it. Funnily enough, if we swing into the Budew, we just do like some absurd amount of damage there. We're swinging for, we're doing, I don't know. I don't really feel like calculating it, to be honest. 13. Is that 390? Times 2 is 780, I think. Oh, we again have a 0.6. Don't want to be playing that one down. But we'll attach the Air Balloon active, I think. Holding off the Psychic is fine. Technically, I could try to swing with Mega Chandelure for like the last knockout. That seems pretty bad, though. So, I am going to boss, though. Bossing that. Maybe I should have not used the same Mega Chandelure. It probably doesn't matter, though. And then, yeah, attaching Psychic would be a misplay there because they might guess something else up to try to trap it. So having the Psychic is going to be good. And we don't have access to it in the discard pile anyways. So this should be fine. And also, we can't really recover stuff. We played our Lana's Aid, and we have Stretcher, but if we're item locked, we can't Stretcher. Regardless, that play by them would be like just mediocre, just buying them a turn. So they actually don't set up a Budew, though. They should. I said this in like my last video. Send up the pivot. Like, always send up the pivot. Okay, well, I guess that is a pivot. So that's probably fine. Though, well, no, they definitely should have sent up the Budew, though, because they might want on the bench to ends PP up to it as well. So it's just a little weird. They have another one. Maybe they had both in hand. Also, this art's like kind of sick, I'm not going to lie. Looks okay in live. I think it looks better in person. Maybe. I'm saying this as in like a guess, not a my opinion. I mean, it is my opinion, but it is still something that I don't know, really seen it much in person. I don't play that much in person. I play some. I definitely play more in live. They're going to hit us with the unfair, or sorry, not the unfair stamp, the special red card. We actually candy Hilda. Not a bad hand by any means off of that. We obviously are looking for Gust here. Also, we have so many cards in deck. They got a secret box, so if they thin their hand down a lot, obviously, as well, then at that point, they wouldn't be able to, they wouldn't be able to, or we wouldn't be able to knock him out, which looks like actually the case here. We just won't be able to get there. They get Transformation Tome. We're really sick. Wait, sorry. What did they get off of that? They just got transfer. Oh, yeah, because they want to just, like, get stuff low. That's kind of crazy. Uh-oh. I think we're still fine. Chandelure, we're chilling, right? Uh-oh. They're going into the Darmanitan. Maybe that's what they're setting up the whole game. I don't know. Definitely feels a little bold of them. But anyways, they're going to take 2 prizes here on... what, Chandelure Lampent, I think, is my guess. If they take 2 prizes after this, we lose. But I don't think they'll necessarily do that. Honestly, I haven't played against much Zoroark with Transformation Tome, so it's interesting to see it finally happen. My opponent is low on cards in deck. They need to take 2 more prizes. We don't want a Stadium Bump as well. Not really sure the route to go down, though. I think Poké Pad first is probably right. I could actually Maractus. That's actually going to, I think, be the right play here. Maractus itself could also get stuck, so we need to be a little careful of that one. But I think it'll be fine. And then, oh wait, our other Chandelure is like prized. Okay, well that's good to know. Would have been nice to know earlier, I suppose. And I feel like there was some way to know that, but unfortunately there wasn't, right? Anyways, all learning like hidden energy. Well, Hilda, the Mega seems bad. Yeah, just force him to have Gust. I mean, I'll take it to thin, but I won't play it. Then I'll take Prism. could be useful, maybe. I don't really know, to be honest, but I'll take it. We could attack with Comfey at some point as well. That's definitely not a terrible option. Gonna do with the candy. That seems... I was gonna say it's bad, but if it was them to have the Gust, there's no way I can get both Litwicks out of range realistically. Yeah, so I mean, trying to think, but the Chandelure has high retreat. I think ultimately the best option is to not evolve it. I'll Telepathic here and just stop him from retreating. We also do actually a reasonable chunk. I mean, not that much damage, but it's double the weakness, so we're doing 40 damage. Could be worse. And their retreat cost is now 0 because of the stadium, but they cannot retreat, so that's cool. They can still switch using Pekaron, so they very well may just have game here, but if I don't know, they also like see most of their deck this turn, so I'm a little scared. They are thinning, so it looks like they know what they're looking for. They get rid of double boss. What? That was not at all what I was expecting. Like, why do they get rid of double boss? That seems, I don't know, unless they have it, and they get rid of transformation tome as well. Not that that's really doing too much. They do have Ends PP up. They only Gust, so if they have Prime Catcher, but they can't have Catcher, they Secret Box, they might have another boss. I don't even know if they do. They do have Pekaron, so I mean, if they have boss, they win. I'm not familiar with how many boss they run. They don't. Okay, they do a boss. Yeah, unfortunately, we're so close there with the Chandelure. Oh no! Wait, I should have gotten Shaymin. Did I play a Pokemon that turn? Oh, I think I did. Oh no. Also, live glitch, but that doesn't matter. Or I don't know if glitched, but had some text issue there. I should have played Shaymin. I should have played Shaymin like obviously a lot earlier. I don't know how I forgot about that. Would I have won if I had? Yeah, I would have won if I had. Oh, I messed that one up so bad. Chandelure, though, is super cool. Wait, unless Shaymin was prized. I also obviously am not great at checking prizes. Not that I'm terrible at it. I just don't do it, which I guess means I'm terrible at it. But regardless, the deck is super cool. A lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I haven't played Control in so long. I'm like super washed at it, but it's really fun. It's really interesting to try out. This list feels okay. Definitely needs some work, but definitely not bad either. It is pretty fun to run. And yeah, I mean, I actually played against someone with a deck kind of like this, but it wasn't like super control focused. It kind of felt like they were going for attacking. Playing this as control, I think, is way better than going for like big damage. The Chandelure, though, the single prize option is decent. I think the Mega is probably pretty bad. I think the best situation would have been against like Mega Lucario, where it might have been like okay-ish, but even it's not like amazing there. So it's a pretty sketchy attacker. But overall, the deck is super fun. I do some really interesting things and forces really interesting plays out of both you and your opponent. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe as well. Hit the bell, all that good stuff. But as always, I'm excited to see you in the next video.